Just like almost some color.
You just call me test if you're not that beat. I am on.
Yeah.
Welcome and good night. Olympic game in Paris. Bless Lord. Mhm. 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 The net always coming on tonight. Reggae peanut butter. Hello, welcome. Anybody coming on? Please turn on your notification bells. When I am on, you will be notified. Good evening to those that are here, to those that are coming. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope you have, for those that have holiday in their different part of the country, as in Jamaica celebrated its 62 years of independence today, 6th of August. They were in grant independent 1962 and they have their election and they had their first prime minister. And yes, they were struggles and still struggle in spite of being independent. So blessed to those that there's a next country that have their independence today. I'm not quite sure which one. I know. Sorry. Sorry. So, for those that are coming on, and for those that are on the outside looking in, could you kindly step in and be a part of the program as we go from strength to strength? Yeah. Step right in and be a part of the program as we travel from strength to strength. We took baby steps until we are actually walking, maybe not so strong, but we are walking, you know. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Welcome. Where are you going? You come to stay or are you going away? Stay with me. I need your company. Why are you upping away? And when you come in, even if you're not staying, please touch the like button. It's most appreciated. Thank you very much. Okay, I sit here 19 minutes. Let me start talking. I guess when I am talking, some persons will come. Again, good night. Good night to everyone that are on the live tonight. It is most appreciated for you to be here, and you're not here by chance. You're here because you should be here. Okay, thank you for being here. And as you come in, please touch the thumbs up button for me. Show the the channel, the algorithm of the channel, and please listen to the ads that played on the channel when you go watching it. Please listen to the ads. It is important. So please listen to it. Please remember to turn on your notification bell that when I go live or I put a video out, you will be first to know, first to look at it, first to criticize, first to honor it, first to do everything, right? So please remember, you touch the thumbs up button, listen to the ads, and and what again? Turn on your notification bell. It is greatly appreciated. Just keep reminding you that you turn on your your you your you turn on your bell, that you will be notified, your notification bell, that you will be notified at all given time. Okay. Sometimes some forget to turn it on. Some turn it on and they didn't actually hear it, but it's there. So remember to turn on the notification bell. Remember to touch the thumbs up button, and remember to listen to the ads. Now the ads come, please listen to the ads. Most time these ads take you places, because I have gone and I was listening to not my ads but ads on that came up, and I went into so much country through that ads. Things I didn't know. You have this train, the train that runs through um, Ecuador, from Ecuador, um, and the train went through a place named the Devil's Nose or something like that. Right? So the ads always bring out, sometimes take you right to a story, and it is for interesting, and you listen to it. So remember, do not tick off the ads. Sometimes some of the ads can be very long. You start watching it and you forget that is ads you're watching. You are actually watching a story. But from it, you learned. From it, you get some knowledge. You get to know things that you didn't know, because it was an ads that took me through Africa, and you saw the things that people consume, you know, and it's ads I was watching. So don't shun the ads. I know some can be really, really long. Some move at a snail space. Is as if it's just going one, two, and yeah, like that. But please listen to the ads. I beg of you. Good. And so, as you see my caption, every little thing talks. So we do not have a direct or a direct caption. It's tonight is the every little thing talks. And if there's something you want me to highlight, you want me to talk about, let me know in the comment section. Because sometimes I've been, you know, doing my thing and putting it out there. But sometimes you may want to highlight something too. So you can put it out there, that if something you want me to talk, you put it in the comment section. We can come together, and I will able, if I am able to do it. Because if it is something that too personal, then I won't do it, because I don't want persons putting their personal life out here and thinking that it's only a few people see it, it's only a few people will listen, will hear it. No, it is deeper than that. Most time persons took their their entire stomach and empty it out on the channel, and persons there, you don't know who they are, they listen to it and they took it as a beaten stick to someone. So if you have something that you want me to, something you want me to highlight, something you would like me to talk about on my channel, put it there. But for heaven's sake, do not put your personal person there. Don't do it. Don't took your house. Even if you're going to do something that is pertaining to you, find a way to redo it. Vamp and revamp. You understand? Because I can sit here and talk about myself, and you don't know I'm talking about myself. Understand? So do not take your personal business and put it here. Don't you do it. It's always became a scorpion to stung you. So you want me to talk about something, do it up nicely or say it to me. And as I said before, if it is too personal, I won't do it. I won't do it. There are some questions that are things that I put out and I speak on my live would do it. Some I don't because when you look into some of the things it's like an everyday thing. Yes, you are putting new light to it, you are putting more strength into it, you are broadening it for you to look at it on a different angle from the angle you are currently looking into. But sometimes it's like you cannot avoid certain things. So if you have a topic you want me to speak on it, feel free. Just put your thing there, and I will, I will do the theta work. Okay, if you understand, yes. So sometimes you listen on. Well, I go on other channel and I listen, and some things are indeed disgusting. Some things are, I don't know why people found pleasure in it to use it as a, a scorpion you are letting out on the person. Person, throw out their garbage. You should not be a garbage collector, a human garbage collector. When person download their self, they do it for many reasons. Sometimes they're under so much pressure. Is and pressure burst pipe. And the pressure they are under, if they don't find somebody to talk, I realize from I am doing of the channel, you realize that sometimes people just want to even listen, even if you are not going to say something, they just wanted to listen to them. They just want to hear, and they download their self and they free their self. But there are some unkind person who listen to people's putting out their waste out there and choose to pick it up and use it for a scorpion to let go and stung them days to come. I am not like that. I don't like it. I don't support it. No time, no way. I don't support it. What you said it. If I have a word of encouragement, I give it to you. I may know someone going through the similar situation or went through the similar situation. I use that and I can share that this person overcome, that person overcame. You can as well. So feel free if you have a topic, if you have something you would like to inject in my everyday thing, feel free to do so. And at all times, I'm coming. I have a little pet project. And I tried my hand at many things, and painting is one of them. And art is one of them. I do things. I work with my hand. I work with my hand. I work with my brains. I do little with my foot. When I was a child, I used to go to school. Trust me. If it was now, I could sit back and enjoy the sunset. Don't have to work because I could run when I was going to school. This is my little pet project. I have some little art and thoughts. It's not finished. I just started this afternoon, trying to design something for this little young lady. We sit and we work together, and when it is completed, I will take it back to you and show you. And this is my some of my little pet project that I am doing because I'm not finishing with the paint. And if you notice, this is a art sheet and the stars are shining. They are not finished. They are not finished putting on their light. I start putting on their light. If you notice how they look, and you know, and who can remember when I went? I was at the sea picking up the shells, and I wanted to do the shells. I came across something with handbag, and the shells were neatly, you know, make a design on the front of the bag, and so I decided to, yeah, I decided to use up my shells. But I went into a store today. I used to buy the memory. I still have at home the memory wires and the beads on the thing, and I do the memories them. Slap them on with a two strand or a three strand. So I used to do that in Jamaica, and I do and send abroad, and persons used to love it. So actually, I went into this little art store today, and thinking of my shells and what I am going to do with it. I plan to get the material, the type of material to construct the bag, and the piece of lining thing that you would have the shell on, but you'd have put like a one or two shell. Because these that I have now, they are big. So I have to go back to the beach to get some small ones. Because if I had small ones, I would have. So I started a pet project. And so I am doing. So I notice I put these two shells here. This is an art cut, and you have the stars shining, and this shell is a little higher than this one, but I let it stay anyhow because sometimes you can't find the correct match. So this is not a divided art. So how I put the shell. Notice most time persons do the art and you see a broken art. Okay, this one is not a broken art. This one have stars light shining through the art. So this art is a happy art, good art, a art that is working properly. No sickness of the art. Do you know understand? So yeah, I started my pet projects, and at all times I do little pet projects, especially with children, like working with them on certain things. Sometimes, which you know, so someone say it's looked nice. It's not completely finished. I am going to use a sky blue to do you know, in spite everybody put art as a red art. because we know the function of the art and we know what it does. So, but I am going to put, since stars are there, we are talking about the heaven, the element. So, since we are talking about the element, we're going to put something there that represented the element. So, when I'm through with my pet project, yeah, I will get back to you and show you my pet project. It can be a plot. I can I can do a backing because this is, yeah, that it can be on your wall. And let me say this is coming out of Aquarian store, Aquarian shop, Aquarian pet project, Aquarian. Okay. Thank you, Miss Truly Mela, for, yeah, it's look good. You could you could copy things like this for your, well, no, it's the little baby ones you have, it's not the big ones you have. So you don't have a, so yeah, this is it. So you saw the lights in the stars or shining. Starlight. Okay. And yes, as I was saying before, sometimes persons took other persons, some use their sickness and they use it, and it's not to be like that. And when you see people do these things, you know that they are locking of something. They're truly locking of something because somebody is sick, somebody going through some really hard time. You just want somebody. Can you imagine most of the time why persons committed suicide? Sometimes they have a burden on them, and some of them have been hurt before. They came and they said confidential things to you, and you took their story and drop it in the wrong basket, and it leaks out of that basket into something else. As they said, your friend, how it go? Your friend is your enemy friend. So sometimes who you went and share something with is the is an enemy friend. You understand? So persons are scared of saying some things. Persons came on the live and they must express themselves. Sometimes you say things that they make them laugh. At least you know they de-stress themselves. So please, when persons, if they say something but sometimes by mistake, seek to help them. Don't use it for a scorpion to stung them. Okay? We need to bear each other burden and do it nicely. If you do not have anything to say, just listen and shut your mouth. Sip it. Because sometimes you open your mouth and the wrong thing fell out. So just zip it, listen, and if you are somebody who can pray, you pray about the situation. If you never pray and cannot pray, your prayer shouldn't have been a mile long, neither half mile. All you can say is one or two words. Lord, have mercy on such person. Leave it there and move on. That's all you have to do. That's all. Person, listen, no, I didn't know that this person is going through all of this. Lord, have mercy on her. Have mercy. Leave it there. Move on. Don't take it to nobody else. Just leave it there. You yourself forget it. Sometimes persons tell me things and honestly, sometime when it came back to me, and I started asking myself, did the person, did she said so to me, or yeah, I say what I have to say. I say my piece, and it is done. There was a time when there are two persons complaining to me. This is what the right hand don't know, that the left hand were complaining to me, and vice versa. And I stood there, and they asked my opinion, and then the next one will come and say to me, you know, and I am talking about two responsible persons. I'm not talking about two children. No, I'm talking about two responsible persons. And I listen, and I would never reveal what left hand said to right hand, and neither would I reveal what the right hand says to left hand. And we are good friends. And none out of the two of them do not know that this one speak to me and that one speak to me. No, I don't do it. They're finished. And when I get in my room, go to my bed, I will say, Lord, be merciful unto them. Help them to work out their situation. Yeah, yeah. So you don't use people's, some person use sickness, and I tell you, I went on some channel and I listened to them, and it is disgusting. It's truly and really disgusting. Nothing tastes good, nothing. And people thought they are hurting the other person. No, you're not hurting the other person. You are only hurting yourself. You allowing yourself eventually will turn on yourself and destroy you. And everybody who is doing a celebration who heard will see for themselves what self can do to self. Read up about grave disease. Yeah. Your own self turned on yourself and destroyed you. And so, yes, as it says, for those that have birthday, 6th of August, I hope you have a, a, a happy birthday, a independent birthday, independent. In Jamaica, it was today or they're independent. Now, I know that they used to do the diaspora 6th of August independent celebrating here in the US, because one of the year when I was up here, I was there. And so I set myself in all order to when where the venue is. Today, only to hear last night somebody called me and said, "Oh, they were celebrating independence up there." I said, "They are going to do it, which is tomorrow, which is today, the 6th." I said, "No, they do it yesterday." Then I went back way down in my memory box to try remember at what time did I visit? Was it on the 6th or the 5th? Was the 5th? Was the 5th? So I lose out on it in Jamaica and I lose out on it in the US. I'm like, oh my God, you know, but it's all right. There's nothing I can do about it. So as I put up, happy 62 years of hard, tough struggles. We struggle and still struggling. How we make it out, some of us never make it out. But some is still struggling. Some back is still against the wall because we were told that we are independent. And they have their first general election, and the prime minister of the day won, and we have celebrated our our independent. We are in. If you have a matter in the court and it need furtherance, and they say it's going to the Privy Council, rest and be sure that the Privy Council is in England. Because remember, England was the one who was the last one who had Jamaica under their rule. So when Jamaica break away from the English and claim independence, there are some things that we did not took up and take with us. So hence there is something we have to go straight to the king in England to have our matter dealt with. So honestly, we are not complete independent. We are halfway or maybe three-quarter of a way independent. We are not fully independent. Yeah, chain has been taken off. The cane field worker, women um, have their rights. Um, Persons were made able to vote, and all these nice things. It went on through the period that women the song was called No Bastard No Day Again. So first time if you have a child or two children out of wedlock, and that father of that children should move on and wed to somebody else, your child or children have absolutely no right. So that father don't will anything leave that child, and you could not actually take the father to court because the child or children were called bastard because they were born out of wedlock. And a lot of children suffers through this. A lot of children into woman and manhood have suffered these type of humiliation because sometimes the woman that who is so unkind and mean, who that man choose to align himself with, look at the woman's other woman's child, a bastard picked them, and they had nothing to do with them, and their husband is being kept away from those children. So if he should said doing a will or would be passing away, there is nothing left for those children or the child. The mother have to be doing all of everything. And the Prime Minister, Michael Manley, brought the law in, and so they did the song, No Bastard, No Day Again. So, long gone, those are some of the things um, that were accomplished in the country. Some roads were not asphalted. We get asphalted road. Water were not in some person's home. They had to go to the standpipe. They usually have standpipe outside that you go and you catch your water there. So you go. And all of this, some person usually have electricity. And when I said some person, imagine who I'm talking about, and the others were not made privileged to it. And So the story went on, seeing yourself still under the slavery mentality with other persons. Until now, um, I don't remember fully. Let me not start that one because I don't remember fully all that part of it. But anyhow, persons who have their children or fathers, their mothers were happy that this law passed. No bastard a day again. Because children, yeah, bastard picnic. And the people uses it. They uses it. Let mothers feel less than themselves. Children feeling less than themselves. Segregation top of segregation with it. Yeah. But give God thanks. Somebody came in and break that yoke. And the next yoke that was broken, pregnant women there were no right for leave for them. And that one was broken as well. That pregnant woman can get 3 months leave and with pay. The no pay and all this, those things did exist. Did exist. Jamaica have come a far and a long way, and we're still not there. After 63 years, we're still not there. Children usually walk barefooted to school. Children wear shoes to school. Children used to walk to school. Children now can get out and stop a taxi or their parents arrange their drive for them to go to school. There was no gas stove in the house. Yes, there are even under leave. If it is leave that make a house, you surprised when you went in there to see what the people how they fix up their place, what they have in there. Don't look at the outside of the house. They make themselves comfortable. Women were wages were little to none, and the wages it's still little to none. It is still disgusting to use the word, but it is much better than before because it's hard work, overwork, and underpaid. So we have came a long way, a long journey. Avenues were open up. Persons usually go away and they went away to work, to learn trade. That was under one of the prime minister that came in. They able to get the opportunity to go even into Cuba, and they learned to trade, and they could came back to their country, utilize it, and get good pay. Children, persons were trained, school were more, the curriculum was more made that children um, could read more because the city curriculum were different from the parish's curriculum. And um, they used to have in one of it well in almost all of the parish they only have one main traditional high school. Now you're having school, you're having technical school, you're having high school. They used to have junior high school. Junior is cut out and it is high school. And the next thing that is brought into the school system is that if you're not academically inclined as a child, your hands, so you can get a trade. So yes, you're not good at the maths, you're not good at the history, geo, you name it. But you can read the measurement. And so the boys and the girls. Hence, they have omic in school because like traditional high school and the sophisticate that was sophisticated, it's only the privileged few could have been going to those high school or to that high school. But then you have children who, I know of a child at 10 years old, she passed her common entrance, went to high school. When she finished, she should be just in high school because it was 10 years when she passes her common entrance. So you have all of that. We have more established basic school. You used to have persons just keep a basic school on their veranda, which they were breaking some yoke because at least they were trying to help children to able to read. When they reach the government school, they would be. And then you have the elderly rights came in and many other things came in. But tell you, we are still it's far from being over. We still struggle. Hence, most people left the country to seek greener pastures. Yes. Many have done so, came back to the island, and they able to build themselves a house. They able to purchase land if they didn't have any, and can have somewhere that in their older age they can have a door to push. They have a saying to say, you don't have a pot to pee in and a window to throw it through, right? So even those have been adjusted. There were many job openings, many factories. All of them today is being closed. In a global world like this, yes, they're good. But we still celebrate the independence in spite, in spite what it is and what it is. You understand? So we still celebrated it. Every country have their struggle. And so yes, that was Jamaica independence 2024, 6th of August, age 62 years of age. Yes. So, and we are counting. And we hope things can change and make it be better. We hope that they will find a solution for the crime monster that have plagued the island. Because these little monsters and the big monsters are currently extinct, but you have the little monsters growing up like cubs and soon be established big monsters. Yes. So these are some other things. Now let us touch a little bit on the Olympics. For the persons that love sports, yes, you love sports. Are your country represented in Paris? If it's yes, put a yes in the comment section. Put a yes to say yes, your country were represented in in um in Paris. One of the thing that I look at so much more, how long the US had not won a 200-meter race. Legend Bolt from the island of Jamaica, who used to give them a run for their money. And when we look at the the two the 200-meter win, it is so close that I'm wondering if the guy really, if I mean Noah, if he really won. Because if you look at it carefully, you look and see where Tom's foot was. But anyhow, it's a long time. The drought has been over, as the commentator said. The drought has been over. It's a long time they haven't had this. It's 20 years or 20 something years. And trust me, I don't know if they get some of the yellow yam from Jamaica to eat, and the cocoa, and the good, nice, ripe banana, and drink some of Jamaica water. I don't know. But telling you, man, they had put everything in it. What does I say to Noah? Feel good now. But Jamaica, don't give up. Those athletes, they are coming back for you, and they are coming with everything for you. Glad for the win. You have celebrated, and many have celebrated. So it was as it is now. The Olympic is good. It's going good. Many countries are taking home their gold and their silver, bronze, and you name. Going on the women's side. Shelley and Fraser had pulled out of the semi-final the other day. Um, she explained why. Um, every time we have things like these, there are some mishap. There are some things, you know, go out of proportion and causes disruption and everything in the camp. So, of course, she did not enter the woman 200-meter the other day. And for swimming, I don't remember if we did have any person for swimming. I big up China was good, and Russia, all the countries so far that I look on, they did well. They did well. Countries that haven't won a race in so many decades won a race now. You know, so they did well. So all the sport fans, persons, you jump and shout. Inside here was an arena. When you hear even the baby, it was nice and shouting. And yes, we could not have been there in person, but we celebrate with the athletes. We celebrate with the swimmers. We celebrate. They have the amateur for the women, and I remember this. Right about now is almost morning for Paris. They're midnight gone, long time, and it's morning. So those are some of the meat and the bone that has been taken off. You know, the Olympic is what carrying the swing now. So persons who have no time to, if it's not listening to the Olympic, yes. And for persons that really love their sports, they love their sport. Enter and I I watched a young man. He cried. Was it yesterday or the day or Sunday? But he cried because he went in. He had 13 medal in gold, and he came this time to took it to 14, and he was beaten, man, in the swimming butterfly. He was beaten. He cried. He cried tears. And so look at that. He had so much medals that he won. But maybe he said this. Maybe I said so. I don't know. I haven't heard that from him. He said maybe saying this is going to be my last race, so I want to medal it. You know. He didn't come first. He came last. He came second, which wasn't bad, but he wanted the goal, to take goal. So overall, it's entertaining. It's nice when you put on the telly and you're watching or you're listening, and there are people who is calling me, oh well, and things like that. Yes, we are a spread set of people, and these are nice. These are nice, 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 and that is some of the some of the things that we went through for the in the weekend into this up to today, and persons they are training, and they are, yeah. But I tell you, the U.S. surprised almost everybody. They came out swinging. They didn't do any laid back, any at all. They didn't lay back this time. They came out in full force. They decided, I have to run. I have to get the medal. I have to. And they did it. They did it. They did it. And that was good. And if you have children, I was looking on this. How old is she? 16? Something like that. And she's an athletic. She's 16. No, she's older than 16. This one went to Harvard University, and they are saying they don't know how she do it. She's going to university, and she passed with nice colors, and she's going to her next university to do her next thing, and she's athletic, and the girl was good, 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 good girl. You know, so we celebrate with them, and this month is an active month. It is active with so many things. It is active one way, another way, and all the ways. Because Hurricane Debbie made his landfall in Florida 2 days, a day ago or so. So the month is active. This month is what? Taurus? What is not Taurus? But it is active. So active. And all the other activities that are going on and around the world. It is really and truly nice to see young people are getting into sports, which they should do because they have something to think about when they are in sport. You are always thinking that I have to compete with you. You're looking on your competitor, and that makes you train, and that will make you have a determination to take the wire right down to the end. Yes, I like that. I like that. And so, anybody have anything to share about the Olympics? Nobody have anything to share about the Olympics? Or what they think? They like the Olympics. What's happening? The Olympics. It seems like everybody gone for independence celebration today. Yeah? It seems so. Most of these guys that always been here, they're not here. But I guess they are tired and they're resting. Not very long ago, I sure I saw 2 likes, 3 likes on there. Now I look again, I saw one. One was there, and I sure somebody put on two, two-person put on, and the next thing I know, I don't see any. What you do? You talk about the likes? Hmm? You didn't give it to me willingly? No, thank you. Another one come. Eh? You give the likes, let the likes stay, man. Why taking it back? Why? When you give something, you give. You always hear them say, when you give, don't look back to take back, because you will get and get from a place which you don't even know. So when you bless the channel with the likes, man, don't take it back. Let it stay there. You give it with a good heart, and we just want to say that you give it willingly. You understand? So let it stay there. Now I'm just going to go back through some things here. Um, as I asked before, is there anyone you want me to talk about something? But it's not because I ran out of ideas, but sometimes since I don't have a calling program, and that is the next thing coming on stream, a calling program. It is by demand. So I have to set myself in that position to have, if it is even 3 evenings or 2 evenings of calling programs. I won't have it every day because I have to, join the times then. So if I have it 2 days for the week. I had other things to do for the week. I had other things to do in order for the channel, in order for the channel to be going and going at its strength and at a speed. And I'm asking you, for those that have not subscribed, could you kindly subscribe to the channel? We are heading somewhere, and I am asking for your kind support of subscribing to the channel. We are at 100, we are at 422, I think, the last time when I looked. I am asking you kindly, please, not forcing it out of you, but just be kind and be gentle to me and the channel. And please support the channel with your subscription. And I always say thanks. Thanks even when it's not there. I said thank you. So share the channel, share the content. I show there are contents there that you like, content you'd like somebody else to hear, and share the channel, share the content, and give me the subscription. Please, we beg. I beg. I ask. Mel is on the other side asking as well. And you notice she have a big range. Sooner or later, I would like to put somebody else with her to have a range as well. But we are looking and seeing what is happening. So please subscribe to the channel. Please, I ask, if you have not subscribed yet, please give me some subscription. Sometimes we have a good amount of people. We have up to 300 persons listen to us, and little a little bit of likes on there. So I'm asking, and we are. I can hear, I can see my moderator keep pushing and pressing to get persons to touch the like button. And I don't know what wrong, why persons reluctantly doing not to do it. I went on other channels and the same thing. They have to be begging them. Some of them have stories to tell, and they are saying, I'm not telling the story until you touch the thumbs up button. And by the time they said that, the thumbs up button start light up, because what? There is a story that they want to hear. And the story sometimes a mix up story, sometimes no story at all came. We wanted to do, and they do that. So they do so much things in order for persons to touch the like button. I don't think I have to go through all of that to do a misconception of the thing, but I would like you to do it freely and willingly, to touch the thumbs up button. Remember again, for those that are listening, remember to turn on the notification bell. Please do. Because you don't have to turn it off and turn it on. You can turn on and stay there. Right? Because when I'm coming live, you will know. When I put out a new video, you will know, and apparently you will know other things too. Yes. And so there is some things that bugs our life most of the time, and it makes you wonder. And sometimes the persons who involved in doing these things, they are not strangers. They are your good friend. They are my good friend. They are relatives. And most time relatives do some very crazy things. You wish if it was a stranger you were around. Because they do the things to hurt you, to real hurt you, and they doesn't care a hoot when they are finished. Some persons want to walk a mile in some person's shoe that they will understand what they felt when they said the shoe is burning me. If your shoe and never burn your feet, you will never understand when the other person says the shoe is burning me because you have never felt it yet. So you have some persons you love and adore, person you want to see do well, person that you shouldn't be taken by surprise, but you are taken by surprise by the action and behavior of the person that you know and others know the things that they do to you. They are unkind in every word. Some persons, as if they don't, there is a thread that they hung onto and will not let go. And that thread is in the position of becoming a noose around their neck. They hung on to things, and we must learn to let go and let God. It's not that when, if you forgave somebody, that you forget it. No, you will never. Some of the wounds are deep. Some of the scars, they are deep in the flesh. Nothing can, not even laser can laser it out. So you forgave, but you don't forget. And one of the things that have you not to forget is that you will not walk on that same line again. You learn from your first mistake. You learn from the first step you make. So if you forget, if you try to push it out of your system and say, well, then if I don't do this, this will. No, it's if you conjures up the evil in you, and that will always be there to be eating you away. What if you said, I forgave you? It's not that I forget. And if I trusted you the first time, my forgiveness is not telling me that I shall trust you again. That is how it goes. So you'll hear some person say, oh, but forgive and no, where forgive and forget come from? Where? Unless we are not human, unless we doesn't have a brain, you forgive and you have to use a lot of pointers out of that situation that you forgave the person with. You have to have a lot of pointers because you are looking down the corridor, and when you look and you know what that person have done to you, you are ensuring That you doesn't walk on the side of the corridor. You walk in the middle on the straight and narrow line. Most time I heard person said it. Oh, you forget him yes. And sometimes the hurt that the person's hurt you, you're finding it hard to forgive. And let me tell you a story. There was a lady in my life, and it's not somebody who came and give me a story. She, I don't know what I have done her. I don't know what. I don't know. I simply don't know. But she get her up a dislike for me. I realize it, and she went ahead and she do things. And it's like one Friday where I was. At the time, I didn't even know that this woman believed in the doing evil. And where I was, the person she herself did not go to get whatever the powder or the whatever it was. And where I stood up, the person came and said, called the name of the person and said, yes, see the things them what him give me here. And him said, you must, I was living in the person's room. I rented place from them. That was all closed. And where I stood up the day, I was not awaiting to know that she had sent out somebody and the bearer was coming back to her. I had no idea, I don't know. If for some reason, and I always said this, whatever God wants you to know, He's either going to take you to it or He's going to bring it to you and show it to you right in your eyes. Nobody don't have to come and tell you anything. You just walk in on something, you just walk beside something, somebody just out of the clear blue come and say something. And where I stood up, the lady come and over whatever she had and said to her, this is how he said you must use it. So after they gone to bed, go to the doorway and sprinkle and go right around the house. And I stood up there. I was totally out disbelief what I was hearing with my own two ears. And she said, and that she calling the name, and I was like, my. And she speak until the argument changes that subject matter. Finish it, and they move on to the other subject. And as they move on to the other subject, a song boil up inside of me. He said, Daniel, God surely will deliver. And if I didn't belch that song, I didn't do anything. That was the time when they knew I was right there standing up. And the bearer, she picked up her foot and she said, come foot. And she ran through the gate. And that song, it's like it was a Friday and all the Sunday. The song was ringing inside of me. And I keep singing the song, Daniel, God surely will deliver. And let me tell you something, is that hearing that, something grew inside of me. And I had to ask the Lord, please, do not give me the spirit of hate. Remove it from me. Remove it. Empty it from me. Because if I build up that in me, it wouldn't be nice. And I'm only be destroying myself. Yes. And I prayed hard about it. I cry. Because in Matthew tell you, the person who hates, Ekill. So it do not just come singular, it comes plural. Because one carries the other. And once you H, you K. Once H come, K follow. And I prayed about it. And I weep about it. And let me tell you, this is a live testimony. This is me. I saw her and I spoke with her. I remember I said, Lord, I know you're not deaf. I know you haven't gone for a walk. I know you don't go and sleep. I know you heard me. And I don't want to be continually saying this to you. I say this to you, and I know it is done. I have nothing against her. And I live. That one Sunday morning, a voice said to me, called her name to me and said, go to her place now. And I roll out of my bed. I didn't even roll to the bathroom, to be honest. I just pull my clothes on and rush out and get a taxi. And when I went to her house, the gate was open. I went through the gate and I went down to her house. And when I stepped on the veranda, her room door was open, nobody there. Yet they employed somebody to look after her. And when I stepped in, she was on a blanket, and you could wring a bucket of urine out of it. She was drowning in her urine. And I called her by name, and she tried to speak to me. And all when I put my ears at her mouth, I couldn't get the word from her. She's talking, but I'm not getting the word. And I rushed to the neighbor and I called up two neighbors. One of the neighbor husband came with a car and they took her to the hospital. And she wasn't eating. And I went home, and each morning for the duration when she was in the hospital, I had to pure the things and took to her and fed her. And even that time, she wasn't talking. She lost her speech. The only thing she did when she saw me was to smile. And I smiled with her. And she stayed in the hospital. And she died from septic. And I give God thanks when I prayed. It's not that I forget what she had done or what she was going to do, but it was nothing bothering me. Yes. And I said, yes, Lord, you were. And until now, she's passed and gone. I never held a grudge. I ate nothing for her. So I say all of that to say it's not that you forget, but when you forgive, you have you of yourself that strength. Because let me tell you, the Mr. Hate came with a power and a power to consume you in that area. So you have to pray to break that yoke, to remove that spirit. Because the Lord used me to go and find her in such condition. Me. I didn't refuse it. I went. And I took it as a pleasure, holding nothing against her. And when the news came that she passed, I said, thank you, Lord, you have released me. So you don't do for the person, you do for yourself, because you are the one that are going to conjure up things. And each time you hear or you know of the person, there are a certain amount of evil developed in you. Yes. So forgiveness doesn't mean it helps you, the victim, that you will not walk in such trap again. There are sometimes the enemy use your friend to find out things up for them to get it. So the saying said, you had to wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. They use the person that they know you and them talk. Sometimes they use your very people that is inside your household because they friend them in order to reach to you. So you have to open your eyes. You have to be careful. You have to be on your double watch. You have to look what you said out of your mouth. You have to look what you consume and what you listen to from others. If not, you will drop right into the pot of hot oil. And so many persons and forgive. Yes, such person had hurt me, but I can speak freely without having anything against them. Because you save yourself and you reach into the point that you save yourself. And we speak about the scripture pretty often. It said it right there. You save yourself. You know your enemy. And the very scripture reveal it. It said, if your enemy hungry, feed him. If he thirsts, gives him water. But how him say to do it? With one long spoon. The spoon can be you. The spoon can be me. Yeah. You know why? He is preventing you from getting into closeness with that person. Because the person who hurt you one time, don't think that they are not going to hurt you again. And two, when God have delivered your enemy into your hand, is a reason. Do not give up and say, oh no, I'm not going to bother. If the Lord has delivered in your hand and said, listen, this one should be disciplined, discipline him. Because when you let him loose, the next coming back won't be easy. And never you sit and say, well, no, they can't do me nothing. Don't surprise yourself. Because guess what? You caught a snake who is going to bite you. The venom is going to get you out. And he allow you to have power over that snake. And you let him go. When he's coming back for you, he's going to wrap you and he's going to stretch you and he's going to break every bone in you. When God set out countries and you're fighting, when he said, I am going to deliver AI in your hand, that's what he meant. So when they are delivered in your hand, don't sit and think you're looking to see an unseen and reaching from somewhere to do anything. No. He has delivered that one in your hand. Do as you please. So if you're going to take them to court, no worries, say, no, me not go bother. Hello? Hmm. He coming back 100-fold worse and stronger than you. You will have to be so strong to put up with what go on. A lot of people talk about God, but to me, they don't. They don't have such good understanding. You can reel off all the scriptures off your tongue as fast as you can and show how well you know it. But there is something. When I was about 1920, there was a lady that took set on me for 2 long years. When I said 2 long years, the lady, and this was not my age group, this was a elderly woman. She took a set on me for the woman take a set on me until I'm afraid to go on the road. If I'm leaving my house to go out and I just think and I'm a man, I am afraid. I became so afraid of the woman. When and all of what she was doing, I never argued with her. And she have some big grandchildren. She have grandchildren at the time was not actually my age, but near to my age. And she would send out her grandchildren like when you let go dogs. And they would come to my gate and they would behave and they would behave and they would call me all kind of name and they would do all kind of things. And I never lose my breath and never answer because I cannot curse. No, I can't curse. But if you allow me to hold you, that's where my strength goes. And I remember one Monday morning, I remember it as if it happened yesterday, Monday. I was going on an interview and I was passing this lady. And as she see me coming on the road, she started. Me, I'm a nice London and, nice little job I'm going for, man. Thing. So, no argument with nobody. Because that's the thing I do. I don't answer people. You continue talking. I don't answer you. And when I passed the woman, and she was going, and I turned around and I said to her, boy, I must make you KILL your mother. Why you took such a set on me. And with I saying that, she said to me, if you think your name Joyce, say it again. And you see, because me did let me know that my father did name me, hmm, I just say it again. And when I look at my birth paper, is that on my birth paper? I just say it again. And she walked coming down to me with her force. I stood up at the banking and believe you me, I never turn around to the left, to the right and look for nothing. I just reach my hand on the banking and a stone full my hand, well gripped. And by the time she reached to me, I stretched her hand for grab me in my stomach, me just drape her. And the stone talk. The stone talk. Crowd came down. And when she get out of my grip, because the stone, the stone never let me down. I hold him and he talked to her, man. And she went to the report it. The lawmen came, and I am standing in front of the lawmen, and they were asking for me, and nobody there know me. Because they said that lady, she provoked you so much. Everybody knew because she aggravated me. She doing the things for me for her to be in an argument, and that she wasn't getting from me. I went to court. I won the case. Did she trouble me again? Never. Never trouble me again. About a year later or so, or maybe not so long, one Sunday morning I come in from work. Somebody called out to me when I look, it was she. Oh, she want to talk to me. If I could just came back. I said, no, ma'am, you come to me. We not going to you. I don't know where you up to. And she gave the grand announcement. The very Sunday night evening, she's going to get baptized. And she was coming, she hung out on the road because she know where I work. And sometimes not because I'm not living far, I walk. And she's still asking me, she was sorry and asked me to forgive her. And she talk, and I stand up and look at her. And she finished talking and I walk off and never answered her. Yes. When God release your enemy into your hand, don't let him loose. If God said put him a court and let them charge him, do it. Don't let nobody tell you because God himself is a warrior. Yes. Yes. Sit down and check all the things that go on. That God give pre that it will happen, and it happened. So many people say, oh, you're waiting and so on. And then sometimes, no. Sometimes you say, hello, it's your time now. This is the enemy. Put silent remote. Because whenever you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to make an example and you're going to shut their mouth. And the others that came after will be respectful, will understand, say hello. But some of us say, oh, we're so much of a Christian. You. You think anybody afraid to throw Christian in jail? No. Wrong with them, and you will see. Whenever they have delivered into your hand, don't give them no chance, no time, because they are going to take their fall and came back for you. Sounds funny, but it's true. Check it out for yourself. Check it out for yourself. That's why even if you're feeding your enemy, you stay far. Send the food with somebody, go give him. Never you cloak up back a snake in your stomach, in your chest. He is going to wrap you. He's going to let loose all his venom on you. And you're going to be sorry later down the road. Vengeance is mine, thus said the Lord. How you think we deliver these people? Hmm? So there are many times and many things in life that we are going to and fro. And sometimes even your house of enemies, and house enemy is one of the worst enemy. Many persons have get to know person, and when they know them, they don't know them enough. They just get to speak to them one or two times, and before you know it, they take all of them stomach and empty it out to the stranger. Tell them they don't know if it's an enemy, it's a friend or a foe, and they took them in their bosom. No, 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 no. Find out who the person is. And someday you will never find out as much. But you will find out enough to put you on your guards. Right? We have to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. This bird that sings too much lost its throne. And as an empty pan make the most nice. When you are going to do something, you do not sound a timbrel, you don't blow no horn, don't toot no horn. Just move and do what you have to do. Many person get up and me will do so. And why? Why? You don't ring no bell. You move like Nicodemus. Let them wonder what you're up to. Let them wonder. Keep them wondering. Because they don't know what to look for, when to look, what side you're coming from. A wise man keep and a wise woman keep it. A wise head. You get up and you're yapping away. That's what they say. Oh, not mean anything, man. If you have them wondering and running and scurrying around the place to find out. And you keep, my mother used to say, she couldn't say that again because you have ultrasound machine now. So she couldn't say that again. She used to say what is in when a woman is carrying a child, they don't know what child is in there until it is being born. But she should arise now. She couldn't say that again because ultrasound machine is going to tell you what sex is inside of you. So she would have to find another phrase to use. But then, instead one, you are pregnant. The woman don't know what type of child is there until it is being born. So whatever you have to do and to say, you don't have to come out and keep yapping and yapping and yapping away. An enemy can never be a friend. Because in the first place, why they became an enemy, the same tablet that they took that bring them as an enemy, is they are going to always stay. An enemy will never be your friend. And if you have a friend and they became an enemy, they will never, your trust has been demolished. So you cannot trust them again. So they could never be your friend. But there's a lot of people that said, oh, we used to be friends and everything good. No, everything is not good. That person is seeking and digging. Yes, an enemy will always be an enemy. You can get things from the enemy because they are going to make themselves so avail for you. So they will do anything because they have an ulterior motive. They decide to hook you. But remember, fish don't bite hook unless bait is on it. And long you put your bait and throw your line out there, and the bait that the fish want is on there, he's going to bite. And you're going to hook him. But a lot of persons, they say to themselves that they are smart. And never you get up at every day telling people, me no fool, me no fool, you think me a fool? No, wise people not talk them way there. Wise people all make themselves make you take them to turn fool. And them play along with you. Wise people not get up and tell people, me no fool. You think me a idiot? No. Be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. We are living among people who do not have no art. Their art is an art of stone. No love is there, no compassion is not there. They would love to see your demise every time. Do not give them a gate to walk through. Put up security at every entry. So you won't able to enter in order to exist. You won't able to enter in order to exit. So you're not giving them no entry. When Judas and the Pharisees, the Sadducees, and all the seas that want Jesus, they could not know Jesus different from the disciples because they all dressed alike, they all look alike, and I guess they all sound alike because they were mainly Jew. The Gentile wasn't there. So they were all in unison. Jesus knew that this was going to happen. And it happened right on the hour when it should happen. Judas and those enemies were friends. And Judas loved sweets. Hi, Josh. So he said, they said to him, I would like you to show me the man. Judas, I will give you 30 pieces of silver, $30 million, 30,000 pounds, 30 whatever they were using in those days. And he accepted it. He accepted on the two conditions. What did Judas did? And even if you don't believe in Bible, you don't believe in nothing. These are life lessons. And we should always try to live by them. I am good, Josh. I am good. Judas said to the men, it's okay. They give him the money. Him pocket the money, whether him pocket it or him carry put it in the bank, whatever he did with the money. He said to them, the one that I dipped in the dish because they were having passed over with first, and the one that you saw me kiss his betrayer, shake on his betrayer. It's not everybody put their hands out to you for shake on and you grab shake on. Sounds funny? It's true. Judas said, the one that you saw me kiss and we dip. Who dipped in the dish first with the master? Judas. Who kissed Christ? Judas. And so the soldiers were waiting patiently for the sign. And that was the sign that this is the man. And they went down. When Christ said to Judas. So your enemy can never be your friend. And your friend will be your enemy's friend. Your friend will sold you for less than 30 pieces of silver, less than $3. Because they love sweet and they're hungry. So never you look at it and say, well, oh, some person is so Christianized, And listen, maybe they saw one woman drop her Bible and grab the other member and get her fine trashing. Because she continued. No, she wasn't a member, sorry. She wasn't in the church. But she make it her point of duty every time to interfere with the woman. And it went on until she went to the church window. And she stood there until church over. And as the woman came out, so she started, and she been doing that for a little while. One Sunday night, God said, tonight, her night this. And when the woman get out of church, she step up to her and she start behave. And the lady step out of the churchyard and she and the lady, there was an eye bank in there. The lady just lay down her Bible and her hymn book and just Sweep her up. Did she go back to traveler again? Aye. The lady walked in peace from that time onward. And I tell you, we have to go and fight. But there's a lot of time that God has delivered your enemy in your hands. And you let him go. Like when you go catch, we used to go river catch Django. And you catch him and you let him go back. Think when him turn around and coming back for you. Him coming with all the fury. In no help because that enemy only look for strength to come back. We must be wise. We are living into an evil world. We are living among evil people. We are living, and the person will yap and love chat. Then chat out their own self. Then give away their own self. So the enemy can always have power over you because you chat too much. Keep what you have. Let action work. No bag of talk. No bag of talk. Yes. Action. But you yap, and I will do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to. We are living among some people. Their love, the scripture says, their love is wax coal. You know when wax coal? Good. Get a bee wax and melt it, and you get that. And put it down when it is cold. It is cold. And the Bible says the love of man is wax coal. God bless the persons that have been around with people and have a free spirit. Some of them go all into all kind of necromancy, all kind of evil. They mix up with every type of evil just to reach you. And you sit there and you're talking and you're going on as if open your eyes. Remove the skill from your eyes. Study people good. Why you think most time or all the time? Why you think the prime minister and all leaders and ed leaders and all of them, why you think they travels with security guard? Because everybody jump up and they love them and love them. Excuse me, sniper out there for them too. So they travels with security guard. Watch when they are moving. All the cars look alike. They have the vehicle named the Beast. All of the beasts look alike. So you don't know which one the president is in. Mm-hmm. So everything where you're moving with, because it is all well and good, even the very person that you slept with in your bed can be your worst enemy. I saw a case that it moves me. The case in Haiti, where the prime minister and many of us know about. It was all in the public. And not long ago, a couple of months since in this year, when I saw and watch the news and who was brought before the judge say had something to do with the demise of the prime minister. I was like, no. I was like, my God, his one company. So people must use, it said use the foolish things to confound the wise and use the base things. So never always think you're too wise or you're too smart. I'm under this covenant and I am so protected. There comes a time you are going to run. You're going to remove your guardian angel from you and you're going to leave naked. You're going to be out a door and thought you are covered. And the enemy, never, not Nebuchadnezzar, not Nebuchadnezzar, this one, not Nebuchadnezzar. Anyhow, when the soldiers, why did Nebuchadnezzar keep coming up? When the soldiers wanted him, how you think they got him? When he was there and having all his time and think all is well, is guard from him head to him toe, guards around, guard all over. While they're busy having a feast, he didn't know that the enemy was making an underground tunnel to the palace. And while if they were yapping away, they would have known. But guess what? They were moving like the ant. Look at how the ant move. They move in unison. They move. If they are carrying something, they move. All of them is going with it. So these people went in the river and they make the road and they make, because they know at the next time there's going to be a big feast up there. And yes, all things were in place. Gate and all soldiers were there with him, and they were having a very good time. All the dancers came out, and they were having a good time. And while in that good time, soldiers came in for them. It was a flood of soldiers came in for them. How did they? While you sit there and planning for your feast, we are planning how to get you. So they didn't came through none of the seven gates where them have, but they make their road through the river, under, around, and reach into the palace. Read what happened. And you know what was the bad thing? It was drunk with wine. When they reached, he was drunk. I think any one of them did get away. They never make fun with them. The Lord has delivered them in their hand. So don't look around. Use certain things and use it wisely. Draw from things. Don't just look with your natural eyes. The less you speak, the better it is for you. Don't chat too much. But there are some people that say, no, I'm not talking yet, then talking. No, I'm not talking, then how you know? No, I'm not talking, then how me here? And you're not talking. Say, the fish that open him mouth and can't catch the hook, can't catch him. So we have to be careful how we carry and deal with ourselves. When you get away from a thief, you dare not get away from a liar. Because a liar speak all what they never even dream about. And people must be understandable in this living world that we are in. Some person will hurt you just for your looks. Just for your looks, and you give yourself looks, but you maintain it. Some person will hurt you just for the way you behave yourself. Yes. So we have to be careful. We live among wolves, lions, and tiger. Yet they clothe themselves like sheep. They clothe themselves as if they are sheep. They're so innocent. What happened then will happen now. They were from then and they still exist now. Use your ears more, use your mouth less. You hear them say, still tongue, keep it a wise head. He said, armless as a dove, wise as a serpent, and armless as a dove. Be careful and never get up and say, it can't happen, because you are going to do things until the presence of God is been withdrawn from you. Your covering angel that he gave to you will stand by and watch you. Be wise. Be careful. Be wise. Be careful. Listen more. Speak less. Words of wisdom. Words for you to look into in all that I said. And forgiveness doesn't mean you go back and throw hugs and kisses and share paradise plum together. That's not what it meant. Even if you're going to do that, you do it through a next channel, not yours. So you meant that person good and you mean to do them good, you send it with somebody. And that somebody, you're not giving it for them to say, oh, it was given to me by so and so. No. First, I put it in the mail. No, if you put it in the mail, you have to put your name. Yes. Be careful of who we have around us. Be careful of who we speak to. Some of the time, our old enemies are the most dangerous enemies. And some people cannot keep their secret. Them have to continue giving it to somebody to keep. And if you cannot keep your own secret, don't have none. Because the very thing you speak, it will be a torture for you. Thank you very much. This was a sermon. This was not what I came out here to do tonight, but the whole thing has shifted. So what I came out here in written up in my book, and I speak nothing from it. The entire thing changes. This was not what I came to do. But anyhow, something else. And I know somebody gets something from it. This was all that I think this is all the Lord wanted me to speak tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you, 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 thank you. For those that are here, I thank you. For those that come and go, thank you. For those that have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. For those, remember to turn your notification bells on. Remember to listen to the ads. Do not block the ads out. Sometimes those ads lead you to some very interesting things. Do not block the ads out. Listen to the ads. Could you kind enough to touch the thumbs up button when you came on the live? It is imperative for it to do. And I am begging and I'm asking, and I won't stop plead and beg. Could you kindly touch the thumbs up button when you are on the live? If you are didn't touch when you're coming in, when you're leaving the live, just put your hand on there. Even if I close the program, you can touch the thumbs up button. It will show a next time. That's one more, two more, three more, 10, 15 people I touch the thumbs up button. Kindly do so. I ask and beg of you. You know, when you want something, you ask it, you go, you don't rough up anybody. You ask them, please. I have a daughter when she was growing up. When she wants something, whenever you see she come to you, mommy, mommy, something she want. Yeah, she up to something, and she nice you up and she gone and she gone and she gone. She needs something. Something she see and she want to answer. Or somewhere she want to go. So, so I am asking and I am begging and I am pleading and I am rubbing down your hand and I am, please touch the thumbs up button. It is important. It helps to send the channel further. It helps to share the channel far and wide. So grant me the favor. You love me, ain't you? Please. Even if you don't love me for love me, you like me. So like the thumbs up button too. All right? And it was a pleasure being here. It was a pleasure speaking again to you tonight. I know these wordings reach somebody somewhere, somehow, sometime. Okay? And these are wordings for you to look into. And as I said, see what I have written in the book. This was not my set out to come and do this. In spite, I put every little thing talk about. If you notice, I speak about the Olympics. I speak about so and so. This was not a piece of the every little thing, but it came in, and I speak it out. I appreciate you, all of you. I respect you, and thanks for the share and the likes. Thank you for the viewing. Thank you for the watching. It's the watch hour. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. If I could have reached to you and I hold your hand and I shake, like you feel it from my heart to yours, that I appreciate it very much. I appreciate it. Thank all of you. Josh, you're going to your bed now. Miss Mel, apparently you've gone to sleep already because I guess you're tired. And so let us meet another time. It was good for us to be here. It's time for me to close this live until another day. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.